Hey, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Dooley KP, straight out the 229 from the 602. And I'm in Industry Most Wanted with your host of the Most Tampa Mystic. And y'all know what it is. It's going down. Yeah.
Make sure your pimp is clean and keep that two-step mean. Cause we gon' step tonight. Cause we gon' step tonight. Step on the scene. Gangsta, so mean. Jogging. Cause we gon' step tonight. Big things. Cause we gon' step tonight. Step on.
What's going on? It is your girl, Tampa Mystic, and we are back with another episode of
Industries Most.
Put them guns on, y'all. Dooley KP, my family. What's going on? It's so good to see you.
Same to you.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm great. I mean, I'm blessed I'm alive, so that's always a good thing.
100%, man.
So, yeah.
I know last time you were here, we talked a lot about some of the film work that you were doing, and we're going to dive into that today again as well. But first, before we even get started, what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment this year?
This year was actually getting back to music and finishing up this album that we've been working on for about a good year, because 2 years doing the movie, we had an idea about it, so now it's done. So the accomplishment is actually there. So
I love it. Yeah. I love it. You've been making music for about a decade or more now.
Yeah.
How long has film been in your world?
The film is actually a second year. We're in year 2 because we did the movie last year, and after we did through with the music, finishing up this year. So October, November, we're going into a TV series. Yeah.
Do you feel like a TV series is going to be a little bit more enjoyable to work on versus a film, or you don't quite know yet because you ain't?
I mean, the TV series is more scripts, so more dialogue. I think it'd be less time as far as the putting it together, because I feel full-fledged movie production definitely is time consuming. Now that we've experienced it, but I think that with the TV series, it's less consuming as far as time goes and as far as budget goes. So
Absolutely. So are you going to be filming the TV series in Arizona?
No, we going back to Valdosta.
Oh, okay.
I'm working with the same people that filmed the movie, so
Got you. Yeah, you're originally from Valdosta.
Yeah.
What took you from, people that don't know, what took you from Valdosta to Phoenix, Arizona?
Opportunity. Again, open market. Just getting out of the place where the mindset where people feel like that city you can't grow.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me go to a market where it's opportunity. So.
What is the biggest difference between living in Valdosta, Georgia versus Phoenix, Arizona?
For one, the heat. For one, definitely the heat. But yeah, that's only like a couple of months out of the year, so we can deal with that. But opportunity, resources, financial stability, like it's a lot of different things, even though they don't have the mentality that the South has as far as mindset and hustler's ambition, but resources as far as financial opportunity to grow and expand. It's an open market, so are they willing to accept people that comes in? Like, it's a lot of people from different areas there, like the Midwest, South, of course, Cali being right there. So it's a lot of people from different places, and they accept them and come in and willing to gravitate to what you're doing.
One of my favorite series, or one of my guilty pleasures that I like to watch, is Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Shout out to Arlette and her husband, BM. They're out there in Arizona. And I love the fact that they innovate, because look how many people have duplicated. They were the originators of it. So I know they're putting on for Arizona, most definitely. That is super dope.
Definitely, like I said, it's definitely there. They gravitate to, whatever comes in, and definitely, appreciate it.
So let's talk about, you have a couple singles out right now.
Yeah.
Dirt to the Throne, 6'4" and Step Tonight.
Yeah, each one represent, because the project and the album that we actually doing, the EP, is a 3-disc EP. We didn't want to do a full album. We didn't want to do a double disc. We wanted to do something different, and we give you the Return to Olap, 3 different discs, and so each one of those singles out each one. So Dirt to the Throne, produced by Lucky Boy Music. Shout out to Lucky Boy Music, man. He definitely graced us with that one. It's talking about where I'm from Valdosta, coming from there, from the dirt, and then to where I'm at, and all my achievement and success in the music. 6'4", again, it was produced by Lucky Boy Music. It's on the second one. This is the more fun one. It's definitely talking about giving something for the women, and we're talking about cars. So 6'4", just kind of relate, old school 6'4" Impala, things of that nature. And then Step Tonight It's off the disc, the book 3. It's an enjoyment one. This is the hip hop blues project, and it's getting getting people to dance and move. It's more of the adult side, so it's for you can be in weddings, family reunions. It's a step, and we have a dance too. So
I love that because I feel like that's so popular. It always has been, like line dances and stuff, but now with the Southern Soul really really thriving, people are learning them different dances. Can you dance?
I think I've been dancing since I was a kid. I kind of think that's what kind of pulled me into music, was me doing that. So
Olapian am I saying that right?
Olapian.
Olapian. Yeah. Tell us, for people who aren't familiar.
I was actually one day sitting up, I'm listening to old music that I have done, and just kind of felt like I was always ahead of what I'm doing. Like even with Step Tonight, before the whole thing came in, we had Step Tonight out, and we was actually never put it out, but we was actually performing and doing it, getting the routine. So we talking years before people was kind of gravitated to the situation. So again, I'm sitting back listening to the music I had done. I kind of felt like I'm from out of here. I'm not from here. Yeah. And I was trying to think of a place where I can come from. And then I happened to look up in my closet, and I wear a lot of polo. And it was a shoebox but it was backwards. Oh. So it didn't say polo. Yeah. It was Olap.
I get it now. Okay.
So I was like, okay, that's where I'm from. I'm an Olapian. And then I kind of Beyonce has a beehive, and everybody has their fan base. My fan base would be considered Olapians.
So you have a project called I Am Olapian and Welcome to the Olap. Yeah. What's the difference between the two projects?
So we welcome in is just getting people familiar. Every track on there is just letting y'all know who I am. It's getting familiar with the person. The I Am Olapian is actually trying to get the fans to gravitate to becoming Olap.
Has that become kind of a movement now? People are getting familiar with the Olapian and Welcome to Olap. Yeah. That's really dope. Yeah. Have you thought about starting an Olapian merch brand?
Oh, yeah, I have. And when I come back, when we get ready to do the run, everybody will actually have the Olapian shirts.
That is so.
Hats, shirts, glasses, because, again, you're from out of here, so you need those glasses and things of that nature. So,
I love it. Listen, my dad and I, my entire life, we always reference each other as aliens. We are not from here.
Not from here, man. I think anybody with a creative mind and, sometimes you tap from somewhere else, because you're not just tapping from the one place. So I tell anybody that's doing creative, whether it's music, film, like I say, anything, even in the world of the actual DJing and podcasting, you got to gravitate from something.
100%.
You got to pull from somewhere. So I don't think, you're not from a distant place.
It's so ironic because when my mom passed, she wanted to be cremated, and my dad bought her like a plot at cemetery, and he put a plot on there because he wants to be with her, and the plot says we came in peace, and then he's got the peace sign because we ain't from here. We came in peace. Yes, that is dope.
I think it started back for me just paying attention because Outkast was AT-Aliens.
Exactly.
Crit was from Catalactica, and it's like, people with creative mind tend to be from somewhere else. So
I feel like it's important that you create your own identity. Yeah. Rather than trying to fit in, we got to find ways to stand out. And I feel like we always got to reinvent ourselves. That's something I'm working on now, like recreating different types of content. I'm purging my Instagram. We got to do new and fresh stuff, and I feel like that comes with developing like your own identity.
Yeah.
Ain't trying to fit in.
Just never want to be in that square. You definitely want to stand out.
Do you have like an official logo that you guys designed for it?
For the Olapian, it's a half alien and a half me, half alien type person. Yeah,
I gotta have one. Where can people buy the merch from you?
I think just hit me on IG, hit me on Facebook or any social media. But I'm also actually putting together the website, because when the project released, it would definitely be some exclusive stuff for all Olapians on the actual Olapian website.
I'm an Olapian.
Yes, for sure. You definitely are.
I love that. Man, that excites me. So you hit number 1 on the Amazon hip hop charts and the Heat Seekers chart in the same week. First and foremost, let's clap it up. Congratulations. Yeah. Man, what do you feel like it was that catapulted you to hit these charts in the same week?
And it's crazy because it was a project that me and my partner from the GMB, shout out to Lucky Luciano, both had ideas of running the same type song. It's just like, I guess, great minds think alike. Yeah. So we both had a track that we actually worked separately.
Okay.
Yeah, he had his bag talk, I had my bag talk, which neither one of us knew we were doing. And I just kind of was like, I'm gonna just put it out there and kind of just taste the waters again. I'm actually working with the film, and for whatever reason, Lucky Boy Music again, he was like, I like that Bag Talk record. I'm like, which one? Because now like Luciano done told me he got a Bag Talk. He's like, yours. And I'm like, huh? So I didn't know he heard it, and I looked up, it was making some motion and some waves, and Heat Seekers was number 2, and then next thing I know, we was number 1 on. And we're talking, these are sales. This is not streams, because to actually have, these are downloads and sales in order to reach those Amazon charts. So that means somebody's actually physically buying.
Man.
Yeah. And then I looked up, we was number 2 on the Heat Seekers, and then a day later we was number 1 for the hip hop charts. And I looked, I was like, oh wow, okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That is a big accomplishment, a big accolade, because let's be honest, there's a lot of artists who desire to hit some sort of chart and they never do. And it's no shade, but you got to put that work in and you got to put out good music.
Yeah, I tell people, the product and the talent is always going to be there. It's the business mind. You got to know how to market yourself.
Yes.
You definitely got to know how to promote. So, marketing and promotion is huge. If you don't, you can have all the talent, but if you don't be consistent with your marketing and promotion, it's okay to, kind of be like, okay, I'm going to step away for a minute to go, like say, reinvent yourself and find something new, but you still got to be consistent. You got to have that passion and that drive, and you also got to put that work in, and you also got to know how to, find a way to market, find a marketable, whatever music and song you put out, make sure it's marketable. Find a way to market that, and people gravitate to it.
I could not agree more. I always like to reference this when we get on that topic. One of my first interviews that I did when I moved to Atlanta was with Rico Wade, the founder of the Dungeon Family. Long live Rico Wade. Nice. And I asked him a specific question. I said, what is a step that an artist can't miss on the rise? And he said, promo and marketing. Okay. Boom. If y'all don't know who that is, you just talked about Outkast, Goody Mob, the list. Future started with them.
He's responsible for a lot of that movement, the whole Dungeon.
Whole Dungeon Family, Organized Noise, who produced TLC's Waterfall biggest record. Yeah. Man,
they've been around. Sleepy Brown and them boys have been around, man,
a long time. So it's like, if you got somebody at that level who's definitely been a pivotal part of people's career, telling you marketing and promo. Listen, you can't come in this business and expect that you ain't gonna spend no money.
No, you can't.
Hell, I just dropped literally $10,000 upgrading my equipment. So please don't think I'm not spending no money and I'm charging people. Like the money's being spent.
It's like a revolving door, though. You're going to get money coming in to, once you remarket and promote, you're going to receive that. So you might as well reinvest in it and make yourself better.
I feel like once you can really adapt that it's an investment and not an expense, is when your mindset will change. Because oftentimes people are like, oh, it's another expense, it's another bill. No, it's an investment. Big difference. I'm glad that you said that. You said you got to reinvest the money back in there. So movies, TV shows, clothing brands, music artists, label owner, like you do a lot of different stuff. Which of the ventures really excite you the most right now?
For me, I think it's the film, because it's the most newest. I mean, I've been doing music for a while, and that's going to be a part of me in my life. But I think actually being behind that camera and getting to see something that I actually wrote come to life, and to see the people see the same vision, that was huge for me. Yeah, so and that's what made me want to do. People was like, we gotta, come back. What we doing next, and what we doing next, and even the cast, what we doing next, what we working. I'm like, well, we got the second part of the movie coming true enough, but let's work on this TV series. It actually was going to start as a cartoon, Uncle Dooley, and then I actually talked to Luck. He was like, hey, just do both. Like, you actually can run the TV series and run the cartoon too. So Uncle Dooley will be the TV series as well as the cartoon.
Are we going to see some of the same actors, actresses from the film in the TV series?
So Uncle Dooley again is going to bring some. It's going to be evolved around some kids. So we're going to actually bring one of the kids that was in the movie back and some more. We actually are bringing some of the actors back, like the lead actress should be in it. Luciano will be there. So yeah, we're definitely going to bring some cast back. And then also for the second part of the movie, the actual follow up to the movie, they're going to bring some of the cast members back too. So I'm trying to keep everybody together, give them some work and give them something to do.
I love that. I actually had another filmmaker from California here like last week. I've interviewed him a couple times as well, and he was saying that he's put out a few films and he has a lot of the same people that's been in every single film. And he said people ask, well, why do you have the same people? Because then people are reliable.
They actually believed in you in your first venture.
They help promote it and this, that, and the third. And that's the thing. If you appear in someone's film or TV series, I'm not talking to your people, I'm talking in general, make sure you're helping promote it.
Yeah, you got to.
That's part of your brand too now.
Yeah. And like I said, to me, the reason why is because they believed in it. These were the first time cast members, never been in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So other than one person, and shout out to Ray, but they believed in the vision. So if they ready to work and they want an opportunity, I'm gonna give it to them because they was the first people that was like, yeah, we gonna do it.
Man, those are your ride or dies. They're going to be with you every step of the journey. And even if they don't make it to every single film, they're going to still continue to be a part of your journey. Tell us about your label.
The label, Countryside Records, we actually have revamped because, again, you always want to do refresh. We've revamped and actually now we've expanded. We got a lot of things going as far as on the Arizona side. We brought Valdosta back. So, yeah, we've definitely expanded and putting those two together with different lanes and different momentum. We're still seeking that female voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still seeking that, and it don't have to be hip-hop. We're seeking a female singer, hip-hop artist, just a female voice, somebody that can come in and be like, hey, I'm willing to work.
I feel like every label needs a first lady.
You got to have it.
Yeah.
So we're seeking that, So
where y'all ladies at? Holla. So I know you said they don't. The female doesn't necessarily have to be a rapper. She could be a singer or whatever genre she does. Yeah. But what other qualities would she have to bring, or male artists that you might want to sign to the label? What qualities? Because I feel like when you bring someone into a situation, they got to be an asset, not a liability.
Of course. So first of foremost, you got to be coachable and teachable. You know what I'm saying? You can't be somebody that come in and think they know everything, because I don't know everything. So I'm always learning. I'm always reading. I'm a student of the music business myself. So I need somebody that's going to be willing to, be coachable, teachable, willing to adapt to different environments, willing to get uncomfortable, because to succeed, you got to be uncomfortable. You can't be like, oh, I'm comfortable and I'm willing to do this now. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to make sacrifices. You got to be willing to, be in there, putting that work in, go in the studio in hours, and you be like, oh my God, yes, it's going to get this time where we got to go in the studio at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to promote yourself, establish your brand, marketable, willing to travel, like just pulling that work and to be willing to believe in yourself, first and foremost, because I can see the vision, but you still got to believe in yourself. Man,
you can't want it more than they do. Nah. And I like what you said about the coachable part, because let's be honest, nobody wants to work with someone who thinks they know everything. Nah. That arrogance is like, you could kick rocks. Yeah. Like Bigger always said, what can you tell somebody who feels like they know everything? Nothing.
You can't tell them nothing. So even with me, like I say, every day I'm willing to listen to anybody who, can bring some knowledge to me. Because like I say, I don't know everything. You may actually can teach me something. I can teach you something. We can learn from each other.
My mom used to tell my sister and I growing up, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yes.
Learn to shut the F up when you need to and listen.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
I think the industry is missing those things to where we had those music conferences and, where those DJs and those executives and promoters and people came in and gave that information away. Also, they missing the deals that they was given that, people would actually have to train and learn. And, growing up, we saw that. And I think right now they just want you to come in and experience. So.
Do you, and this is not to throw no shade, but do you feel like a lot of these younger artists just don't want to learn? Because I've experienced that. Not all of them. There's some great younger artists out there, but I've had some of them that will ask me questions, and then when I tell them something, it literally goes in one ear and out the other. I'm like, well, why are you asking for me to give you advice if you're not going to apply it or even test it out to see if it works for you? I think it's just more of the environment we're in. It's not even just in music. I think it's just everything. I think even in, on the level when you just a job, you know what I'm saying? If you go in and somebody be like, they try to tell you something, it's like they're not willing to gravitate to the knowledge that's being provided. I think it's because it's a situation where right now everything moves fast. Yeah. And I think everybody wants to get from A to Z and forget about all the steps in between. So it's like they see
somebody that just pop up overnight, oh, I can get there too. Well, you don't know if they put in that work and the consistency that they did to get to that spot. You just see them. So you think they just popped up overnight, but they could have been working and grinding the whole time. And now their story is actually different from what you see.
That is a fact, and that's probably the case with every artist that we see that's up and through there. We don't know the 10 years of grind they put in before we started hearing about them or hearing their music or whatever. Most definitely. You've had the opportunity to open up for artists like Jadakiss, Cool and Dre. When you open up for other artists at that level, what do you learn from those experiences?
Just the work that they put in and to draw the people in and being around them and in an environment, it just lets you know, like, hey, you can get to this level if you work hard too. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be consistent. I just know, like I said, their energy on the stage was different. You know what I'm saying? I think stage performance plays a key part. You got to be prepared to go in and be an artist yourself. And I think that's another thing that's missing, artistry. I think everybody just wants to be the same or just kind of, doing it. So to me, it was more of I need to stand out the way they can recognize me. I'm opening up for a big person. And if I stand out, then they're going to remember who I am and recognize me as well.
Do you feel like with opening up for these major acts that you did get some recognition, that people were vibing with the performance?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, and this is not to throw no shade to nobody, but I think I actually had a better performance than some of them. Like I remember, I never forget, in Valdosta, we was opening up for Cool and Dre, and they came down, and we were the first ones to go on, and we was a tough, and I'm not a cocky, arrogant person, but we were a tough act to follow.
You're confident.
Yeah, and I tell people that even to this day. If I perform before you, it's going to be a tough act to follow. I bring an energy. I know I'm going to seem like I'm a laid back cat. And a lot of people we didn't expect that when I perform. And I'd be like, well, I've been performing since 7, 8 years old. So I am a performer. It's not like I just started doing this. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough act to follow. And the energy in the crowd was like here to here. And I was like, oh, that's wild. That's different.
I feel like that's why artist showcases are important. I know a lot of artists, I don't do showcases. It's a scam. It's this, that, and the third. If not for nothing, you're getting to build your stage presence in front of an audience. I don't care if it is a bunch of artists. It allows you to get on that stage and practice.
Well, again, that was part of that artist development deals that you don't get.
Yes.
The artist development deals are gone, as I say, they was giving them out because you had to get on a promo run and get on a tour and learn how to, interview, learn how to be on the stage. You was on the stage on a promo run before you even actually had $1 because they invested that. There's no more of that. So now there's nobody providing that information to an artist to say, oh, hey, you can't get on the stage. And you got to learn how to have mic control. And also even having the vocals, I try to, even though sometimes that may happen because you don't have the engineer to do it, but if you have someone, hey, take those vocals out and perform your music live. Like these are things that not being taught no more. So it's kind of hard for up and coming artists to, have these information or have the knowledge because it's expected for them now versus them having somebody to tell them. And again, like if you tell them, 9 times out of 10 they're not listening. So you got to have someone that's willing to have that ear to sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to accept the knowledge that's given to me. I'm going to receive it.
That is a fact. A lot of them don't listen. And another thing a lot of them don't do, and I'm going to throw shade real quick, is they don't doggone read.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, that part.
It grinds my gears. Like somebody will request interview information. The very first sentence says, we're located in Norcross, Georgia, 25 minutes from downtown. And then they'll come back and be like, where are you located? I'm like,
You provided all the information.
I'm like, bruh, and I'll snap. I'll be like, you didn't read?
Well,
oh, I missed it. How did you miss it? It was in the first freaking sentence.
It's right there. Again, I know for me, like I'm a student, so I'm always gonna, be read. I'll never forget my mentor. And shout out to one man. He gave me a book about this thick, and I didn't like to read at all, because I was in college, and I'm like, I'm tired of reading like material. Like I'm tired of reading, and he was like, nah, you need to read this. I read that entire book. And it was like so much information in it. It kind of helped me become successful because, again, it taught me about the different type of royalties. It taught me about, how to go find and sign up for certain things. It taught me about publishing, mechanical rights, how to make sure your stuff is copyrighted. Like, it was so much information as far as business that you don't have the one provided. So
100%, because that's how a lot of artists end up in bad situations, because they're not reading contracts, they're not reading paperwork. If you don't want to, then you need to hire someone to do it for you.
An attorney, someone, and then make sure it's a music attorney. Don't just hire any attorney.
A good entertainment attorney that's going to understand the jargon of the music related stuff. You know, definitely. Your music often reflects your journey.
Yeah.
Out of all the songs that you've released, which one is like the most heartfelt for you?
Right now, I would say Country MC.
Tell us why.
Because again, I'm from country, and of course, Countryside Records, but it tells me I took a bit of everything and created who I am. Like, I took Cass, I took Ball and G, I took Trick Daddy, I took T.I., I took Wayne, I took Luke, all the pioneers from the South, and kind of made the country MC that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I shout out to JT Monies and the Poison Clan.
Yes, that's my homie.
You know, everybody that has something to do with Southern hip hop, the Goody Mobs, they actually created me. So,
who would be somebody right now if you could jump on a record with them? Let's manifest it. Who would it be?
Right now would be definitely even though I know you're talking about Killing the King, but it'd have to be T.I. and Dro.
Okay. Young Dro is
yes
man, like T.I. we obviously know is a king, but Dro,
man,
he's so dope, and I just feel like he never got his just due.
I've been
y'all better put some respect on Young Dro, man.
Dro since Tight for Life, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Tight for Life camp back with Raheem, and it's like, man, this dude just been slept on. I'm like, this lyrical content and the punchlines and delivery. Yeah, dude, yeah.
And I was like, I've never had the opportunity to like sit down and speak with him, but just from like when I've seen his presence online and stuff, he seems like such a cool, down to earth, humble dude, man. Yeah. Come on over here and sit down with us, That is really, really dope. So in the next, we'll say 6 months before now and the end of the year, what are some things that we can hold you accountable for that you're working on?
Well, I'm currently on this. We're putting together the second leg of the actual tour that I actually started about a couple months ago. We ended, and the Carolina was the last of the first leg. No, Valdosta was the end of the first leg.
Okay.
So we're starting up the second leg.
What's the name of the tour?
The name of the tour. Wow, it's been a minute since we've been doing it. What is the name of the tour? Let me think and reflect for a minute. I gotta think. It's what was it? Matter of fact, let me just pull it out. I just make sure I got it correct.
Yeah, because that way people can be on the lookout for it.
I was planning the next tour, so I don't want to give out the name of that tour versus the second leg tour. So let me go ahead and find that real quick.
So while you're looking for that, what are a couple of the cities that we can anticipate to see you in the second leg of the tour?
Second leg, we'll be in Texas, I know, right? August 14th and 15th, we'll be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, as well as San Antonio. And then we're also trying to do El Paso.
Gotta throw Houston in the mix.
I don't know if they're going that far. Again, I definitely want to be in Houston, though. But I know we're going back to Fayetteville because we have an event that we're going to be doing there for when Fayetteville and Valdosta State play each other. So that kind of worked out perfect for us. It was the Rising Stars tour, matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rising Stars, and shout out to all the acts on there. I had 3G, the book bag barber from Valdosta on there. Crunch Time got next. Him and the Hitsville camps also from Valdosta. Shout out to Shiesty and all them on there. Storm from Carolina was on there, so shout out to Tangela Storm. And then we also got my GMB partner, Lucky Luciano. So that was all on the Rising Stars tour. So yeah, and we actually, like I said, working on that second leg. Texas is a few cities in Texas, and then we're working on the promo run and the album for the Dooley KP tour. So the Olapian, Return the Olap tour. So
that's the name of that. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna finish up the Rising Stars, and then right before getting into filming and right when the album get ready to drop, which will be around November airtime, we're gonna actually, because we're gonna do some follow-up singles again, and then we're gonna go into that tour. So
the Rising Star tour, the second leg kicks off in August, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can anticipate that. And then once you're kind of wrapping up that, then you're doing the Dooley KP tour.
Yeah, the Olapian situation.
The Olapian. That is dope. Yeah. Is this something that you're masterminding?
Yeah.
Man, how many hours in the day do you dedicate to this music and entertainment and film? And because you be doing a lot.
Well, people will be surprised. If I lock in like maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I give myself a break for about 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lock in and get as much as I can in them 2 or 3 days, and then I'll be like, no, what, I gotta come back to hit the reset button. So that allows me to create more and think about more. So I'll be like, know what? Let me take a break, step
Yes.
away, and then go back hard again. So
I feel like it's important you step away and decompress.
yeah, you have to, because your mind will just continually keep going, and then you get clogged up and you won't have so much, because again you be like, dang, then you start overbooking and then the commitments and things of that nature. So now it's like, yeah, you got to step away for at least a couple of days to kind of think, get your mind back right. Okay, now we're going to pick up where we left off.
100%, because it'll keep you up at night. Like your mind won't stop racing.
It will. It definitely will. I get most of my ideas at night.
Me too.
So you know what I'm saying, so I'll be like, I wake up the next morning refreshed, like, yeah.
You know how many times like I'll be in bed and I'll either be kind of dozing off and like an idea will come to my head. I'll roll over and put it on my phone so I don't forget it.
Yeah, you can't forget.
That's crazy. Like my brain will not shut off. Like last night I woke up in the middle of the night because I had to use the bathroom. But like once I was up, I could not fall back asleep because that brain starts racing.
Either that or when I'm taking my walks. Like if I'm taking a walk,
yes,
that allows me to also think as well. But them are the most creative times for me, when I'm getting ready to lay down at night and something just pop up. Like even that event, the whole idea for the events that's coming up in North Carolina in September, most of those ideas come from me at night.
Is there opportunity still for these tours? Because you got 2 of them for artists to get involved?
Yeah, of course. Like I say, every time I do a tour, I look for somebody to come aboard, you know what I'm saying, to give back and provide opportunity, whether, you know, it's their first time out. Again, like some of these artists on this tour, it's their first time out. So I give them that opportunity to be like, hey, I want to put you in a position to be on the stage and let you see what I'm doing. You can be an established artist and we still, hey, bring you on. So, you know, yeah, always.
Are they obligated to do the entire tour? Or can they do 1 or 2 stops if like that's all their schedule allows them?
I'm always willing to. I try to make it to be the weekends to where they can, you know, but sometimes it just depends on days and the promoters. But yeah, definitely, you don't actually make every day that's understandable. I could never make every day starting out.
So what would an artist need to prepare for to go on tour? Because obviously there's going to be financial expense for them to travel and things like that. But outside of that, like what else should they be preparing for?
Well, you'd be surprised because I don't even actually, as far as financial, you just be responsible for your travel. And that's it. There's nothing else that I would want because, again, the tour is going to go. Just your music, you know, making sure your stage presence is, you know, ready for the rock and roll. Because, again, I want you to come out and give your all and your best. Be willing to promote the tour. When you get on the flyer, make sure we're talking about it, sharing each artist, if you know, connecting and steady communicating, because communication is always big on that. So those are only the few things that you got to worry about. And if you want your merch out, you make sure you bring it with you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got something out here that be like, hey, I'm showing who I am.
100%. I feel like every show that an artist does, they need to have some form of merch. And if you don't have merch, bring a flyer that's got your QR code or something for people to remember you by. Because they might remember your stage presence, but if they got something they can take home with them, they're going to really remember you and tap in. And something you just said I want to key in on, because I actually spoke on it yesterday on my Instagram story, is I love when artists are secure enough within their craft to be able to support other artists.
Yeah, you got to.
And I'm going to say it on camera right now, and I don't mean to do this in the middle of your interview, but what irritates me is if I post a picture of myself, some of these artists, they'll like. But if I post an interview clip with another artist, they don't like it. And I'm like, are you like afraid to support another artist? It's weird to me. So like you said, you got to be supporting and posting the other artists that are on the tour as well.
I don't know why. It don't cost you nothing to press a button. You're on there anyway. I mean, you're going to be on this social media scrolling. So how hard is that to say click?
100%. And let's be honest, like if you come to his post or my post and you comment, you might have a chance of someone actually saying, well, who is this person? Let me click on them. Like like every time, like the Breakfast Club, these bigger platforms, I'm all in the mix because I'm like, maybe someone might discover me through there. You never know.
Cross promotion, man.
Shoot your shot.
It's definitely cross promotion because they got a fan base. You got a fan base. If you like and share and comment, guess what? Now they seeing you.
Make it make sense.
we are only seeing each other.
I've actually established, I got a few people, not a bunch, but a handful of people that we have like our own little portal that when one of us posts, we send it to those people that agreed upon it.
Yeah.
And we like and comment on each other's stuff. Because let's be honest, on Instagram, I follow a ton of people. I don't always see everybody's content.
Yeah, that's me, because there's so many people. But when I do see it, I'm making sure I'm doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you can even establish, like they call them pods, I think. You can, have 4 or 5, 6 people that agree that, and don't overdo it, but when I post something, I send it to that little group of people. And they do the same thing for me, and I immediately comment. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to somehow outwork the algorithm.
I tell people, support your friends. Like, that was a thing that you got to do. I always support your people.
Yeah.
And again, if you got over here Crunch Time, like I'm just going to bring it out. Crunch Time got a following. 3G got a following. Storm got a following. Shada Shiesty got a following. Perk got a following. Face got a following. I got a following. Lucha got a following. Now we all on this tour.
Yeah.
By the time everybody done posted and shared each other, that gravitated. You got so many views for everybody. Now you got people watching and wondering. So yeah, it's always a network. That's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to not. It's called social networking. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's always blew my mind, that I'm like, it's social media, but some of y'all be super unsocial. Like, they want to come on there and post and get off. And I get it. Sometimes we busy, but there'll be times where I'll literally scroll down my timeline and just like everybody's stuff because, I know it helps their algorithm.
Yeah.
And Instagram brought back the option where you can see stuff in chronological order now.
Yeah.
So now as soon as you post it, boom, it's free. Y'all got to stop doing that.
That part.
So do you have other music that's in the vault that's unreleased that we can anticipate?
Oh yeah, like I said, this whole 3-disc is coming. I got something different on every project. Like I said, the last one is a more mature audience. That's where the step tonight is. I went into nostalgia type. I'm a New Edition fan, so I even did If It Isn't Love type situation where I actually put my spin on that. I even got a hip hop blues record. Yeah, crossover with blues. So I know everybody likes Southern soul, but I'm doing something. Like I said, I'm different. I'm not going to tap into that. I'm going to the blues market. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip hop blues, and it has a meaning because right now hip hop is in the state of crying. You know what I'm saying? So we have the blues that way, and then of course the genre. So yeah, the hip hop blues is a track I got. That's the name of that last disc. So I got a blues track. Yeah, so I got the mature audience, then I got the hype, and then I got the introduction of who I am. So each one is different.
How important is that to not box yourself in?
If you want to make it, you got to stand out. I mean, you just got to be different and try something. Just try something different. And I think that's that's the uncomfortableness. I think people are scared to try something different, and it's scared to just tap into something and be like, I just want to do what works. Well, you'll never know if it worked if you didn't try it. You know what I'm saying? So be different. I mean, it's okay to, do what everyone else is doing here and there, but if you your own identity, you got to create something for yourself.
Man.
So
I couldn't agree more. I feel like that every now and again we have to reinvent ourselves.
Yeah.
If I did exactly what I was doing 16 years ago when I started, I would have been fell off.
Yeah,
get on board or get left behind because the times are changing. I just had that conversation with my videographer. I'm like, right now I'm completely revamping my Instagram and I'm purging a lot of stuff, and I'm actually removing some of y'all from following me because they're dead accounts.
No point.
You ain't posted in 10 years. You're clogging up the pipeline here. We have to constantly reinvent ourselves.
I think it's growth and maturity also. Once you start growing and maturing, you don't want to stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My artistry has grown from when I first started doing music to now. I don't even, the level of me talking about the subject matter is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then your people that's your fans have grown too. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be like, well, I was doing this time ago. I'm not doing that no more. So yeah, it's growth and maturity. So again, reinventing yourself, allowing you to improve and achieve different levels, you actually tend to mature, and now you find different subject matters. Your lifestyle has changed.
We've experienced a whole lot more, especially with you traveling. You've probably seen a whole lot because you've been going city to city.
Yeah. So it's you just gotta, like I said, you gotta be willing to be uncomfortable. That's huge and key. Uncomfortable is big because everybody, I feel like, that started somewhere, that blew, they didn't care what nobody said when they put it out.
Man,
we don't get the whole T-Pain situation because somebody told him not to do it. Remember, T-Pain was a rapper first.
Yeah.
But they told him not to do it. So we don't even get the auto-tune if he don't get uncomfortable. If Andre 3 Stacks don't become Andre 3000 and find his voice instead of rapping and just talking, he got uncomfortable. We don't get the great Outkast that we get, him and Big Boy trying something new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people were looking at it like it was like, okay, ATL is kind of off the what we did. And then look at the Love Below and Speaker Box.
And it works.
It works. So, you know what I'm saying? The Goody Mob, when they came out talking about what they were talking about, it wasn't regular, So I think the South has always been a little different. The South, the Midwest, it's just we were always a little bit different, to try something different and never scared. Because even with Nelly, when he first came out, he was rapping, but it was a kind of a melody behind it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the Midwest and the South, that's just kind of, because we wasn't adapted to the New York and the West Coast where they was huge, we had to try something different to actually stand out, to make us go. So I think that's why we always continuously to do that.
Nelly's a perfect example because, like you said, the sound was different. And then, of course, early on, he always had that Band-Aid on his face. Mm-hmm. It worked.
It works.
It works because it stuck. People notice you. Yeah. I heard the baby showed up at South by Southwest in a diaper. Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do some little gimmicky stuff, but it works because it makes you more memorable. You're not blending in with everybody else. Is yellow your favorite color?
I just like color.
It looks good on you, though. Yellow's a good color for you.
I just like color. I know at one point I would wear a lot of bright pink. You would see me in orange, yellow, green. I just like color. I think, it's brightness. It let me know who I am. I'm going to shine. So I'm going to shine with my color,
Yellow's a happy color too.
Thanks.
I love it. Definitely. So if you had to direct somebody right now to go check out one single as a starting point for Dooley KP, what song should they go check out right now? I know that's hard because you got some good ones.
Because I had this conversation on another podcast. Matter of fact, interview 2 days ago. Shout out to Trio who did the interview. We were talking about the song that kind of blew me up, which was the Bring It Back record. That was I took that down to TJ DJs. Shout out to TJ Chapman, which I wish we still had those. But
in fact, he's going to be here in the studio next week. He's bringing an artist through. I'm going to tell him, you got to bring TJ's DJs back.
Man, yes, it's definitely needed. We took that down there. We ran to a promoter, and she actually was like, you got something else? And I gave her a song for Pac, because I was a huge Tupac fan, and I did a dedication. If you want something that's going to actually, that one or Country MC.
What's the name of the first one?
A song for Pac.
A song for Pac.
Yeah. It's a dedication to Tupac.
I don't think I've heard it. Is it on the digital platforms?
Yeah.
I need to go check that out.
It was a video on YouTube that it was actually where, and it's still up, where they actually took the footage of him and his life, like followed him on camera or whatever. So yeah, that was the song that it was produced by, Jack of all beats. Shout out to one man. He kept playing that beat over and over and over again. I'm a huge Tupac fan, and I'm like, bro, I can't write to this. Like, I can't do it. He was like, he'll just come and play it. Like, this is my Tupac record. I'm like, bro, I can't write to that. Like, if I'm listening to Tupac and I can't, do that. So one day I was sick and went in the studio, and I was sitting there for about hours just not feeling well. And it was like, know what? He put that record on, he walked out the room. All of a sudden I just grabbed my pen and my pad. I think Tupac's spirit was there with me because it just flowed. And he was like, so that became a huge record.
I love that producer pulled you outside of your comfort zone per se, because like you in the beginning you're like, I can't write to that, and he kept persisting with playing it. And then you mentioned one other song.
It was going to be Country MC.
Okay, the most
Country
definitely.
MC record tells me that I am from the South. You will know where I got all my inspiration from. It explains Dooley KP to a T.
You said the upcoming series, you're going to be filming it in Valdosta? Yeah. Okay, when does filming start?
So after I do the Olapian tour,
okay,
we release the project. We looking at like we either going to be before the holidays or after. We don't want to run into the holidays doing that, but it's just the timing.
Are you casting people currently?
Like I said, we got a few people, but yeah, we definitely gonna be running some cast.
Okay.
Like I said, because we bringing some of the cast back, but we definitely gonna actually be looking for some people to fit in and bring in as well.
Do you know DJ Chill Will out there in Valdosta?
That's my dog. That's my partner.
That's who was in my mind, because that's been my partner, my homie for years. Shout out to Chill Will.
Matter of fact, I got to get to him while I'm on this run, on that run.
Yeah.
And definitely got to get that. The Chill Will's my dog. Like, we've been rocking for years too.
Man, he's the one that brought me down to Valdosta a couple times. He brought me down there for my birthday and did my birthday celebration, and then brought me down there to have, do like artist showcases and stuff. He and I did a bunch of mixtapes together back in the day. Shout out to Chill Will, man.
Chill, he been doing his thing. Like he say, he's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does that.
He's going up.
And shout out to Avanti, his beautiful wife as well.
Of course, I actually went to school with her too. So
really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's my people, man. Like Valdosta, I always got love for, and I'm always gonna rep. Like I said, I'm always gonna make sure I show love for that city, because again, that's where I'm from, and you always want to reach back and continuously pull people and support people from back there, because that's all we got.
Do you know Hollywood Evans?
Yes.
Motherfucking Hollywood.
I know him as well. Like I said, I try to tap in. Even though I've been gone, I still try to tap in with people back there. And so, just to give, you get an exclusive right now.
Okay.
And I want everybody that's paying attention. I have a song that's on the album that's coming. It's called Old Valdosta. And I'm looking to do the remix, just like Old Atlanta did. Well, I'm reaching back to pull out pioneers from the Old Valdosta. So I'm reaching out to Valdosta hip hop acts right now. Who
would be a couple that we can manifest and throw out to the universe?
Well, I know 3G book Bad Barber, because he was the inspiration. So
which I met him through you.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna. Lucky Luciano, of course. We want to go and get Barry B, who was actually had one of the hottest records in Valdosta at one point. Calleon, Cal Rod. We also looking for Lucky Boy Music to come out of retirement, him and one man to come drop. So it's going to, like I say, we want those people. I know we can't go get some of them because some of them are not around or we don't know where they at, but if we can find those, and like I say, my fam Vonda Wright, she's up here in the A right now. If we can get her to come out of retirement, like, hey, just come lace us with some of their vocals, man. Like, hey,
right, because you got to have a female in the mix too.
And yeah, definitely want that. So Old Valdosta, the single is already done. That's going to be on the project, but I want to do the Old Valdosta remix and put it out there to represent the city.
I love that, because you want to pay homage to where you came from. Yeah. It's been so heavy on my heart that I want to get back to Tampa and bring my platform there and set up shop and do interviews.
And it's funny you say that, because I got a person down there who's trying to get me the same people. He's like, just go to the Tampa area. So I'm trying to get back to Tampa, because when I went there, the Bring It Back record, it goes back to that. That record was on a radio down there in the Tampa St. Pete market.
Okay.
So they kind of broke that record. And I was like, I will never forget the place that broke that record.
Maybe we need to figure out how we can align the stars when you're down there. I can, that would be really dope.
We're definitely trying to get that going. He was like, the Tampa area is like, you got to come back. We got to get you back down here. I'm like,
man,
okay, cool.
That's a fact. So anybody that wants to tap in, whether it's music related, film, etc., where can they follow you at?
Everything is Dooley KP for me. I keep it simple. DOOLEYKP. All social media platforms. Like just say, I just try to make sure that it's simple as can be when you find me. Like, I don't want to do all this extra on this platform. Is this? Nah, we gonna keep it simple.
Artists, listen to what he's saying. Stop having your name different on every platform, because we can't find you.
Yeah.
And we ain't got the patience to try to dig you up.
Just give me just simple as can be.
Keep it the same. Who do you want to give thanks to for really supporting your journey?
Definitely want to give a Tampa Mix a shout out. In Industry Most Wanted, she's been rocking with me for a long time.
Yes.
Man. Shout out to the 229, man. And like I say, Valdosta, definitely, that's the roots and the home. And, shout out to all my Olapians out there, you know what I'm saying? New, past, former, present, all of them. And shout out to my camp. shout out to Bemis, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, just shout out to everybody that's just been rocking and supporting and down with.
Most definitely. So I already know my last question. Where we at?
Industries most wanted.
The Olapian is in the building. Dooley KP, what makes you the industry's most wanted?
Like you said, I'm the Olopian, and everybody wants to know what the Olopian is. So you're getting that from the industry most wanted. So, yeah.
You dig. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, y'all just make sure y'all understand this. I will be back in this platform once this project drops. So again, you can see us in the fall. We will be having the official release of Return to Olap. We will be returning.
We got to get you to do a performance too.
Oh, for sure.
That would be dope. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. You deserve all your flowers.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come through and bless your actual presence, and thank you for being with mine.
Absolutely. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.